So now that we've completed the little introductory part of this course, we're going to be looking at how we're now going to start creating a real mobile app. In the previous lessons, we've set up our page already, so we've defined the size of our mobile phone app. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to delete everything, because the first thing we need to do now is to work on the first screen. This is always called a splash screen. This is the screen that every mobile app is going to have. So your mobile app is going to have a splash screen. So when the user downloads your app from App Store or from Play Store, they will be able to see the splash screen once they install it. So the best practice of this is we've named our splash screen container, which we have it here, and I can just increase this a bit so that we can see the page. I can make it 190, or let's leave it at 185. So we have this at 185 and we can save it. Now, a splash screen will usually have a logo. You see big companies don't have unnecessary things on their splash screen. Facebook, Twitter, Google, they all have simple splash screen. So what we just need to do is we will need an icon, which we can use this image as our icon. If we want to have it as an icon, we can say this is the icon, and I can just give it a corner radius of 10. We can reduce the size a bit and we can put it here. Then we can get here an edit and we can say my actual app. Alright, so we have it as an actual app. We can change the font. Then we change the font size to probably, let's say 20, and I'll just give this a little bit of space. Align center, then align middle, we have that, and I'll just bring it here and I'll align this center. So we have this. I'll group this together. Another thing, the splash screen normally have maybe version or something or about the company, so I'll just say version 1.0. Once we have this version 1.0, I can adjust this a little bit, align center, align middle, change the font, and we can make this a little bit tiny. I can say 10. So we have that, we have this, we align this center, and that is it. Another thing we might want to add is when the page is loading. So let's preview this for now, and the best way to add when page is loading, we can use something here. So we can go to this website, ajaxload.info, and we can select the type of loading we want for our app. So let's see which one is best. We could select this one. We can make the background color white, and we can make the fore color black. For now, we're not going to be focusing our attention on developing a colorful prototype yet, so we're just going to say generate it, and we will download it, and I'll just place it on my desktop. So what we could do is we can get an image here, and we can get the icon that we just downloaded, which is this GIF, and we have it here center. We can place it here. Probably we can increase this a bit. So let's align everything now. So we can distribute. No, we don't need to distribute. We can just align center, and then we can align center for this. So we have this app, and what we want to do is that we want to simulate an action or an event whereby once this page loads, we want to display for some few seconds. This is going to animate and we want to show the next screen, which is going to usually be our onboarding screen. So I'm just going to say here onboarding screen. So we have that, and I'll move it just below this, increase this to 185, and I'll say welcome to onboarding. So we just say onboarding, and I'll just remove this icon here. We don't really need this here. We just need to show that we are on this page. So we have this, then we can align it center, and if we want, we can align it middle, just for demonstration purposes. So now we have this. So let's add our interaction here. We're going to add it on page load. So we're not going to click this splash container. We're not going to click here. We're just going to click the the outer part area so that we can have these properties showing on page load. Then we will add on page load, and we will say on page load we want to wait for some seconds, and then we want to open link, which is we want to open this onboarding and want to open it in current window. We want to click OK. Let's save that and let's preview our work again. On page load for a few seconds, and boom, we see it. We have our onboarding. So that is how we'll be able to see. Actually, let me correct the spelling of onboarding. And if we refresh the page, let me just increase the size a bit. If we refresh the page, we can go back, refresh the page. It loads for a few seconds, and we can see our next page loads for a few seconds, and we can see our onboarding page. Now that is how we do a splash screen, which is very simple, very easy. And if you want your logo to animate anything, you can do that, but based on your own business requirements. If your business requirement does not really need it, you can just simply have your app name, your logo display for some seconds, and then we can show our next screen automatically, which is onboarding. So the user don't need to press things like, can you start app, because the loading here we've simulated, and we don't need to prototype this loading effect. We can just download a copy from ajaxload.info and we can use it in our prototype. So I hope you understand how this prototype works, and in our next lesson we will be looking at the next screen, which is the screen onboarding. Best practices, how we can design it, and we'll be able to prototype effectively. So I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.